Hey YouTube, what's up? Jujubear here. Welcome back to the channel. I got a nice little battle sent in to me by a friend and a viewer. His name is Sexual Predator, aka Lord Farquaad of the SH clan. Good guy, excellent player, and he has brought the Suebi up against a very prominent Suebi player himself. TMG is the player who's brought the ICENI, and it is a player that you would expect that would be very good at dealing with the Suebi. They've had a lot of experience with the Suebi. Let's just say his name starts with J and ends with Ohan. He's got a lot of Britain slingers up the front, 4 of them. Got 2 Levy Freemen as well. He's also got Chosen Swordsband for days. It looks like there's 5 of them. Heroic Nobles up the back. Ooh. How many? So it looks like we've only got 2 of them, Heroic Nobles. We've also got a Chariot. We've got Druidic Nobles. We've got Levy Freemen out in the flanks. And we've also got a number of these Britain Scout Riders. Oh no, just 1 of them. And Veteran Riders. Looks like there's 2 of them as well. Nice. I actually really like this army. Nice. I always like seeing those Druidic Nobles brought to a fight. They have some pretty interesting effects that they can apply to the match. And not, like, they've only got 60 men in a unit, but they've got some pretty nice effects. So they're probably going to be buffing a lot of units around them. So, Sexual Predator going to be peeling off his Germanic Scout Riders. He's got 3 of them out on one flank. Over here he's got a nice little detachment, a nice little sandwich. Juicy. Germanic Slingers at the front. One a Spear, Swordmaster, and a Berserker. Super potent attack over here. Really doesn't want to take that on by himself. In the center he's also got the same thing. Germanic Slinger, Wodenaz, Swordmaster, Berserker. And it looks like we got something over here. 2 Spear Levy. What's happening? Let me try and figure out what's happening here. So we'll see if we can try and figure out what the idea is. What's the big idea here? Sexual Predator. What are you trying at? Because there's 4 Spear Levy in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4 Bloodsworn. And then a Noble Rider General up the back. So I suppose, yeah, this is totally going to be, oh man. Okay, so they're going to, it's probably Oriovistus General, isn't it? Yep, Oriovistus General. So the charge bonus, once he applies this General's ability, is going to be insane on all of these units, and that they've got a number of Bloodsworn here. So that charge bonus of 33, which is already quite high, is going to be insanely high. So very deadly attacking formation in the center, but also very deadly wings as well, which probably won't get that Oriovistus charge ability, but nevertheless you cannot ignore this. Germanic Slinger, one Spear, Swordmaster, and a Berserker. Man, that's insanely strong. So Johan's gonna pretty much, don't know what he's doing. He's forming up, shifting battle lines. Gonna try and work his way into a good position. It looks like he's going to be pushing one of the wings of Sexual Predator. And it looks like Sexual Predator is going to be trying to try and pull away with one and push up with another. So a little bit of a surround is probably going to form eventually on the ICENI player. I should really stop calling him Johan. He probably doesn't like the fact that I say Johan. Actually, I don't know how this battle goes, actually. Sexual Predator never actually said that he won. So who knows? Johan could whip him. I know that Johan sometimes beats me whenever I play against him. So, Britain Slingers all kind of chasing after this one formation here. I suppose he was trying to focus fire in on one Germanic Slingers, which is not a bad idea. He probably could have made it work for him. The Veteran Riders are kind of in the center. We've got these Levy Freemen up the back who are going to be warding off the Germanic Scout Riders. Though they're probably positioned in the wrong spot if they're going to be used in that way. Chosen Swordband. Going to be kind of showing their front to the Germanic Scout Riders. So in the center, if he can get enough fire applied to these Bloodsworn, he really could make Sexual Predator pay. These Britain Slingers don't have the best attack. Well, none of the Slingers really do, except for the Rhodians. But if he can get enough sustained fire onto these Bloodsworn, then he's going to do a fair bit of damage. But it looks like Sexual Predator wisely is going to be pulling back with those units. Not a bad idea at all. So battle lines have been formed. Chosen Swordband. It looks like they're going to be taking on the front part of Sexual Predator's lines. We do have a bit of a bizarre formation appearing over here. The Levy Freemen are going to be pulling back. Of course you would, up against this kind of formation here. And I found up against players who are quite good dividing their attention over 2 or 3 different fronts is a good idea. Veteran Riders taking a lot of fire from these Germanic slingers here. A lot of the cav has been shifted over here. Look at this. All the cav and all the chariots have been pulled over, but it looks like these Veteran Riders are going to think better and move away. The Scout Rider is doing a great job at pressing against those Briton slingers. Going to be pulling back with the arrival of these Chosen Swordband. Oh, taking a nasty jab volley there. Well, that's not the best. Oh, actually, that's not a bad trade, I suppose. 47 of them left. Going to be caught here if they're not careful by those Veteran Riders. And these Veteran Riders, they're probably going to go straight into these Spear Levy. They get a nice little precursor volley off, and Johan is caught napping because over here it looks like he's trying to organize a charge by these chariots. So the chariots are going to come in here and destroy this line of troops, getting a lot of kills, very short amount of time. Let's see how they're going. 29 kills, 30 and rising. Not the best attack on those units, but they're going to drag themselves through that line and pretty much destroy a lot of those units. Battle lines are going to be drawn up again. Spear Levy getting a lot of kills on those Veteran Riders, 46 of them left. And this lone Germanic Scout Rider did survive that pulled back through its own lines. These Heroic Nobles are going to be running away from these Swordmasters. Swordmasters are medium infantry, so they're actually going to catch them eventually. These very heavy melee infantry. And it looks like you can see out on the other flank, the chariots are actually starting to die out, and you've got this Chosen Swordband who are going to be trying to get into those Swordmasters. So, Johan is a little bit all over the place at the moment. He's not really got solid formations organized, and these Heroic Nobles are going to have to turn around at some point and get a charge in here on these Swordmasters. Looks like they finally did it. The Heroic Nobles actually do quite well against those Swordmasters, but man, we have these Wodenaz spears chasing the Levy Freeman. They're going to take a hefty beating from those Heroic Nobles if they stay in combat here. Big mistake. Veteran Riders chasing after Germanic Scout Riders. He's going to have to turn around if he wants to keep those Veteran Riders. And we may just see an Aurea Vistus charge being applied here. Do we? I think I would do it. Come on, Sexual Predator. Come on, Lord Farquaad. Yes, there we go. Aurea Vistus being popped there. Fast charge has been applied. First stage is going to be speed, I believe. And all the meat shielding units are coming in here. Getting into the Levy Freeman, that kind of thing. And the second phase is going to be applied fairly soon, which is extra speed, and charge bonus. So the rest of these Bloodsworn are going to have to hope to get into combat fairly soon. They're going to be charging through the back of their own men. But it may not matter. They may be able to get enough kills to make themselves, pay off. Over here on this flank, these Swordmasters and Berserkers are getting through this Heroic Noble in no time. This Heroic Noble's in a big danger, taking shots from these Germanic Slingers. And look at this, the Veteran Rider is going to be able to take that unit out of the fight. You've got Levy Freeman versus Wodenaz Spears. We know how that goes. Over here, this Heroic Noble, Chosen Swordband is going to be, brutal. MLG Freeman probably paying for themselves with that one jab volley there. Oh my god, look at the fire coming in on this Noble Rider. Those Noble Riders are done. So, Sexual Predator throwing away the Noble Rider very early. Berserkers have gone berserk. They're going to be chewing their way through that unit. And look how many kills they've gotten on these Swordband in the center. Druidic Nobles are going to kind of get in there and help out where they can. Let's see how many kills we got in these Bloodsworn. 39, not bad. 59, that's okay. 49. And 47. I guess you would expect that, but they're very cheap units, and they were able to get the charge bonus applied to some pretty expensive and important units in the place of these Chosen Swordband here. Finished off the rest of what was left over there. But the Heroic Rider General of Sexual Predator has been taken out of the fight, and I think that's going to be it. Yet General recently died, so the morale penalties are going to start to show. These Wodenaz Spears did manage to catch the Levy Freeman, so they're going to come get taken out of the fight. Germanic Scout Rider is taking a lot of fire from those Briton Slingers, and it doesn't look like there's too many skirmishes on the field for Sexual Predator here. He's gonna have to try and find a way of dealing with this big glob of skirmishes. Johan is rather intelligently positioned Levy Freeman around the area so that he can kind of apply pressure. And look at this, under the sustained fire of these Briton Slingers, they're going to be able to take out these Wodenaz Spears. The only thing that I can think of that would be useful in this situation is the Germanic Scout Riders. If they can get around the flanks, they're very light, they may be able to get into this glob of units, but not with these Veteran Riders hanging about. Yeah, you can see he's got the right idea. Sexual Predator is going to be able to push but they have been intercepted. Oh, what a shame. By the veteran riders here. Levy Freeman, don't know where they're going. They're just going for a walk. Stretching the legs. Chosen Swordband. Eventually, they're going to be able to overpower these Bloodsworn, but look how long it's taken. It's taken such a long time for them to be able to destroy these Bloodsworn. But over here, we do have a Heroic Noble coming back from the fight. 71 men left. Going to be getting into these Wordner Spears if they can. We do have these Germanic Scout Riders. Oh, nice timed rear charge here. Perfectly timed. Into the back of this Chosen Swordband. He may be able to pull through and get away from those veteran riders if he's quick enough. We've got another perfectly timed charge coming in here from these Germanic Scout Riders. That might not be the best idea because we do have Britain Slingers up the back here that are going to be, you know, the real threat here, at least in the end game anyway. We don't have too many skirmishers either that can kind of deal with them. But nonetheless, it's kind of arrived at the perfect time. These Druidic Nobles are going to be taking out the fight as well. They have been buffing units around them for this for the duration of this fight so far. Berserkers is being an absolute nuisance. 24 of them left. And look at the, they're just pushing back all of these Britain Slingers. And you know they're not going to give up anytime soon. Look at that spread out formation. Makes them a little bit difficult to deal with. They're actually going to catch one of these Britain Slingers here. And start butchering some of them. Good stuff. Eventually, though, they will be taken out of the fight, and it looks like we do have the rest of these units from Sexual Predator going to be peeled off. Germanic Scout Riders are going to have a pretty easy time dealing with the rest of these Britain Slingers. Oh wow, the Berserkers actually have some men left. They've got 3 left, and they're going to be chasing this Levy Freeman here. So over here, we do have some pretty extended fights. Heroic Nobles fighting up against these Spear Levy and Wordner Spears. Don't know how that's going to go. Bloodsworn and Swordmasters, if they can get a perfect charge here, they may be able to take out a number of these Chosen Swordband. Ooh, Bloodsworn being taken out and going to be swapped in for these Levy Freeman. Absolutely imperative that he keeps these Germanic Slingers alive. These guys are going to be absolutely super important for the rest of this battle here. Heroic Nobles eventually winning out over these spear units around. And the Germanic Scout Riders doing what they do best, which is getting rid of enemy skirmishers. Just keeping them busy at this point. Not really killing them off as fast as he would probably hope. And it looks like he's probably going to be able to get rid of them. At least Johan will be able to get rid of them at some point. Over here, we do have Levy Freeman been finished off and going to be swapped out. These Germanic Slingers are going to go out, probably out the flank, I would think. And then Bloodsworn are going to take these guys head on. At least that's what I would do. Ooh, Heroic Nobles are going to get a nice little rear charge in here on the Bloodsworn. Actually, they changed their mind. They're going to go after the Bloodsworn here. Yep, good stuff. Sexual Predator going to be bringing his Britain Slingers or Germanic Slingers around the flank, and he's going to be taking some shots into the back of that Heroic Noble. Wow, all of these skirmishes have come back. The Slingers, the Britain Slingers are turning around and taking apart these Germanic Scout Riders. Not before the Germanic Scout Riders get a lot of kills. So, depending on how this engagement goes over here, oh wow, it has just changed quite dramatically actually. Swordmasters finish off the Chosen Swordband here, and they're going to be able to turn around and take out these Heroic Nobles. Not before they do take out a Bloodsworn, though. In our Shield Wall, they are taking a lot of fire in the back, and that's going to prove fatal here. Yep. General has recently died. There we go. And that morale penalty is going to be enough to take the rest of those Britain Slings out of the fight. Wow. Very close battle there. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Lord Farquaad was like, oh, it was a pretty close match, man. And also known as Sexual Predator here. So very good play from him. Very nice army. I really like that formation that he had there. The nice little wings that he had organized as well. And the Oreo Vistas charge bonus applied to the center there was insane. Like, look at these 247 kills in that guy. 133, 107. And these guys were killing expensive units as well. Which is these Chosen Swordband. Very interesting that the TMG didn't win that. The chariots were, I'm going to say now that they were misused. Actually, I don't know. These are Britain chariots. Like, they're not like scythe chariots or anything, so they're not going to get heaps of kills. So 158 is probably not too bad at all. 82 kills on the Druidic Nobles is not bad at all. Veteran Riders were actually used quite well. So it's not like TMG played bad. He actually played quite good. But it's just that Sexual Predator had the resources. He threw away the Noble Riders. I don't know how I feel about that. He really could have kept those guys alive for a little bit longer. Maybe he sacrificed them to keep the rest of his units alive for a little bit longer, but who knows. Only sexual predator knows what sexual predator does. Anyway, thank you so much for sending in the replay. That was awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. And until I see you guys in the next battle, this is gonna be Jujubear signing out. Peace.